with the Yugi special with the gold sarcophagus, running through some of our playtesting here, and yes, you will have a good old Drytron, and you'll have some ice barriers for you here too. Make sure you guys smash the living crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more awesome content. So we were on our playtesting grind, just having some fun today because, you know, no ban list so far. But I wanted to showcase, so we're playing against runic cards here, and I've been playtesting my Yugi special down here. We did open up the shifter here, so they're going to go ahead and get shifted. All right, it feels good. And then we're going to gadget on up here, tricolor on into the Sark. Sark, go ahead and resolve our search, slam down the good card, and then go ahead and special summon up our friends, and then set. Alright, we have an imperm and the protection live. So we'll go ahead, get our stuff. They're going to go ahead and attempt a destruction. We're going to protect that. We're going to level on up, and they're going to go ahead and set everything here. Interesting choice, by the way, but I understand you're underneath the good card. You don't really want to worry about that. So we're going to go ahead and silence towards the future, resolve our search. Alright, we're going to go ahead and level on up here. We're going to go ahead and slam down Giga Gandora. They're going to go ahead and attempt to search. We're going to negate that. They're going to attempt to freeze and curses, and we have the protection of the Silent Zero to protect that. So we're like, okay, cool, you know, we'll go ahead and level up. Go ahead, resolve our search here. We'll get the monster negate here. They're going to attempt to droplet to special. Hello, Sleipnir. Alright, we're going to go ahead and imperm that. Good call. We didn't want this messing with us too much. Go ahead and swing on in. Swing on in. They're going to go ahead and protection special again. Thanks for telling me that you don't have other stuff here. They're burning through the resources. Thanks for powering up the Gandora too. They'll go ahead and get 1,000 life here. Not really that big of a deal. Go ahead and level on up here. We're at 3,500 attack points. We're going to go ahead and set. They're going to gain 1,000 here. We're going to go ahead and draw. Silent's going to go ahead and level up again. We're going to go ahead and sarcophagus search for another negate. We're going to go ahead and swing on in. So I mess up here. I shouldn't have swung with this because I had lethal. If I turn silence, this make it 5,500, which a little bit disappointing, but I mean, we have a spell negate and we have a targeting protection negate going on into the next turn. Like, there's nothing that they can top deck here that really matters. And as you see, they top decked the Rainbow Dragon that they're playing in here. No Floodgate Arenas that I have to deal with in this matchup. Go ahead and swing on in, and we did it. Actual pretty easy here. This is our Drytron game here, and we actually get bullied pretty hard here because they have this good card, and they have enough gas to like actually kind of play through this, which is actually kind of insane. I'm gonna go ahead and Cyber Emergency. I mean, we're not negating that. All right, Alpha. Go ahead and extend on down. Go ahead and grab the good card. They're going to go ahead and bend 10 on up here. We actually make the choice to Ash here because... So here's my logic on this, all right? I'm like, let's go ahead and we Ash the Ben 10. We cut them off of whatever, you know, subsection of searchability that they have. Because typically the Ben 10 starts to bridge on in to the other little insane packages that you get. At this point in time, I don't know that they're actually, you know, playing new to... I'm just like, okay, you know, this is standard Drytron. So you cut off here. I'm like, all right, cool, that's fine. And then we're actually going to get Talanced away. We're going to lose our Nib here, which puts us into a really bad position. Down comes New 2. Goes ahead and gets the search here. They'll go ahead and extend down the Alpha, getting their search. All right, and yes, they do have the trap loaded up pack here. Down comes the Mu Beta Fafnir. Go ahead and mill off the big guy. Draconis is actually such a huge problem for me. And then they end on IP. So the fact that they have this IP to warp this on out, and the fact that this is up to twice per turn on a monster negate just blows me out of the water. And they have Imperm and they have the Meteor Aurora. Like, I hit the concede button. Like, I don't have a way to get to the King's Sarcophagus because this is going to get negated. We can't do it. I mean, yeah, we can silence towards the future, sir, get a search, but for what value are we attempting to get here? Like, there's not really anything worth, you know, getting out of the way here. And this is against, oh, hey, look, I swear, Robbie, is every replay you're going to show here you opening Shifter? I played 7 games yesterday, and I opened Shifter all of them. All right, think about that for a second. All right, I don't know what your conversion turnover rate is for that, but that's insane. All right, hi, Ice Barriers, ready to get shifted? All right, Medallion, go ahead and shifter on up. Feels good, feels real good. I also love the board that these decks attempt to make. All right, we're just going to go ahead and make this. I actually played against double Ice Barrier yesterday. One of the Ice Barrier duelists made this. The second one made like a Bahamut shark. And they were like, you know, we could put a toad on the field and attempt to slow this down. Sure, but like making the ice barrier guy is pretty good because not only does this thing float, it also gets the ability to specifically negate things, which is pretty, or negate, or set something into defense mode. And we got an Ash. All right, we're going to go ahead and next draft here. Go ahead and get our Banish 6. Oh, hey, look, we got a tricolor. All right, go ahead and grab the Sarcophagus, slam down the Sark. Sark, resolve our search. Go ahead and grab the negate, because we have the searcher there. Giga Gandora on down. They're going to go ahead and attempt to negate. We're going to Ghost Bell this. Fun fact, by the way, this lets you special summon an Ice Barrier monster from your hand, deck, extra deck, or graveyard. This is 100% bellable, and that's one of my favorite things here. Also, keep in mind the stats on that Gandora growing over there. Giga Gandora, pay half. All right, go ahead and special summon up the Silent Magician. They're going to attempt to trigger this. We're going to go ahead and turn silence it, which will level up our Silent Magician into exact lethal. All right, the fact that I was able to slam down, 8,000 damage off of this and be able to clean the game up that cleanly is genuinely pretty impressive. Like, that's one of the reasons why I've enjoyed this deck. Like, this has been pretty fun. All right, we're going to pass on over to the 2 deck profiles. This might actually be the cleanest Drytron deck that I've seen, and I was actually, in fact, correct here. Cutting off the Ben 10 means I don't have to deal with the Vanities Ruler, which in the replay was a very good call in my personal opinion. And, especially, they can just use the entire Mu Beta Fafnir as a, deployment for the big guy here. And, thinking about that, the way that they did their tribute play, they would have had a Vanities Ruler sitting next to this with an Imperm set. And that's not necessarily some level of craziness I want to deal with. Also, the interesting fact is build's only playing 1 copy of the Diviner of the Herald, which I do suppose is a little bit interesting here. Most of your ratios are pretty good. We're only playing 1 copy of Upflow Alpha, which I think is fine. 1 of 2 Zeta, the triple alpha, and of course the 2 new 2. The only thing I don't like about this is you're locked in to machine monsters for the ritual summons for the rest of the turn, which forces this deck to kind of change the way it wants to play a little bit. And not necessarily like in a bad way, you've just got to be a little bit more creative in your deck building prowess. And of course, alpha here being twice per turn is so good. And then we have Medionis to warp down into, which is pretty fine. I see we're doing double tack towns. Only 2 Cyber Emergency. I really don't know how I feel about that either. Like, considering the fact that that is the way to go. And also only 1 Medionis. Wow, this deck did not really want to push too hard into things. And also only 2 Drytron Fafnir. And then, of course, you do say that they are doing the 1 Meteor Aurora trap card. I do like this card a lot. I think it is something very cheesy that the deck can do. And who knows, all right? In terms of deck building, you have a lot of options available to you. So I think this build is pretty straightforward and pretty strong for what you want to actually, see along the way here. And then this was our Ice Barrier Challenger here. And I will say it is good to see that, these Ice Barrier builds, you are playing the triple Ice Jade Rana grind, because this card is everything that you want. It is a free level 10 synchro. It's a free facilitation to get one of your pieces into the graveyard, so you can kind of go ahead and start to do your thing. Okay. And, ooh, good old General Ryo. Yes, this card is the nuts. Like, if Ryo actually has some good chances to start shaving off cards from the opponent's hand, you would be genuinely surprised, like, what this card can actually do. All right. Hello, General Wayne. I see we are doing 3. We are doing 1 Spellbreaker here. While his cards face up on the field, neither player can activate spell cards until the end of the next turn. All right. Yeah, this is genuinely pretty good. This is our little extender token. Your hand trap ratio looks to be pretty solid here. I do see that we are doing the wins over the Ice Barrier 2, the triple tax. Most of this is pretty straightforward. The Almirage is a nice little spicy tech choice. Being able to make this and then make sure that, your thing can't get, impermed does open up some interesting doors for what you can do. And then you do see we do play 1 Bahamut Shark for the totally awesome. You do have a bridge of options. Do we make the big daddy synchro here depending on the play, or, how else did we open up for the rest of the extension plays. But this deck is just a lot of big synchro toolboxing options to make sure that, you can access and do everything that you standardly want to do. So that is everything that I have for you today out of this. Very interesting choices to see, and it's kind of cool to see some of the developing ideas out here. So please leave a comment down below, tell me what you guys think, and I'll see your beautiful faces back here later today, guys. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.